Alright, it's time to put our theory hats back on. I think there might be a connection between Avatar Korra and the false Avatar Yoon. Stick around to see what that is. Hey everyone, welcome to the Geek Talk. Today, let's discuss Avatar Korra and the false Avatar Yoon. Now, the reason I came up with this idea is because I was considering the idea of Korra being this physical bender, right? She was able to bend the four elements when she was a young child. Well, not the four elements, the three elements, three of the four elements as a young child. And as we saw her progress in her teen years all the way until she was 16 or 17? Was she 16 or 17 in that first book? I completely forgot actually. How old was Korra in book 1? 17. When she was 17, we saw that she had a natural inclination for the physical element, but she had an issue with the spiritual. Now, I think the reasoning for this might stem from the fact of her training itself. Like, as we know, she was segmented in the South Pole, no one to interact with, no socialization much at all. And the reason for that is because of the Red Lotus, mostly because of the Red Lotus, and also a little bit because of Aang. Like, the previous Avatar was gone for 100 years. I would think the White Lotus would be a little bit more overprotective of their current Avatar. And then that on top of the Red Lotus trying to kidnap and eventually assassinate her would also add to that as well. So a lot of Korra's training, I think, would have been combat focused instead of spirit focused. And this is very similar to the upbringing of Avatar Yoon, or the false Avatar Yoon, as we know, because of course Kyoshi was the Avatar of that era. So from the novel The Rise of Kyoshi, which I did a review for it, you can watch it right here, we learned a little bit about him, but we don't really know his backstory until the second book, Shadow of Kyoshi, in which we learned that he was trained to be a killer, like straight up trained to be a killer, specifically so that he could combat against other assassins. And I thought it was interesting seeing this kind of dichotomy between Avatar Korra and Avatar Yoon, in that you have this reaction to something that could happen to the Avatar and it leading to them being very, physically focused with their combat. Because even more so than Korra just being good at regular bending, she's also very good just in her general martial arts. We've seen her several times in fight scenes take on people without any bending whatsoever. And similar to Yoon, especially when he was attacking that Fire Nation party, he was doing all sorts of things, not even with his bending. I mean, granted, he was using his bending, of course, the crazy kind of bending he does. By the way, if you want to see more about Yoon, I have videos about Yoon right here. But I thought that was very interesting that the upbringing of an avatar can affect, the way that they express themselves. I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing, but I thought that it was a cool little dichotomy between both those avatars, because they were being trained to kind of be anti-assassins or anti-assassinated, if that makes sense. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this theory below. Do you also think that there are similarities between Avatar Korra and Avatar Yoon in the way that they were brought up and the way that they showcase their abilities? Or do you have different thoughts entirely? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you can see more of my videos here at the side of my face. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.